guys. I'm here in my little reborn nursery area, and I wanted to do like a little introduction of all of my little reborns, and a very special little introduction for a little girl that I am actually I have listed for sale on Etsy, and just wanted to kind of go through this because I've had a lot of questions on different social media about my reborns. So I just wanted to go through that real quick. I guess we can start with, I'm going to go in order from when I got them. And so also within that is the order of my own skills as an artist progressing. So the first one is this one right here. This little guy is 18 inches, tiny little thing, little elf. And I did markings, just got lipstick on him. I did markings on his forehead and by his ears. He is the Shylin kit by Shauna Clymer, and I have named him Carice because I went to like an elf name generator and came up with that. He is Carice Marsden, and he also has his own blanket. Where did I put it? Here it is. All of my babies have, like all of my personal collection have their own baby blankets, and this one's his. And he was my first one, and I painted him myself, and that was back when all I had was Prismacolor pencils, and so he doesn't have the most detail in the world, and I'm actually going to go back and repaint him later on, but that is the first one. Lay him down, let's lay him over here. The second one that I got was also from Shauna Clymer, sorry about that, because she did a few fantasy style dolls that I really liked, and I almost got these two at the same time, but I didn't have the money to do that, so they were separate. And this one was also painted the same as the first one, but this one is my little mermaid in the back of her tail. The tail I did paint with acrylic paint, and then her head was done with Prismacolor pencils. I'm actually not going to do a really big close-up because, one, I don't like her eyes that I put in her, and I don't like the paint job. I am going to be fixing that on her. She was my second one, and her blanket is this one right here. Just a pink kind of sparkly one. But I do really love her. She's really sweet. She's gonna get, like, she's got these, like, really deep blue cat eye type, dragon eye type things, and I don't really like the way they look on her. So she's gonna get more natural eyes later on, as well as another of my babies that he really needs natural eyes, but we'll get to him in a minute. The next doll that I have, I actually, personally, I did not paint him. I want to get that out. I did not paint this one. I bought him online, and sadly, the person that I bought him from, I have not noticed that she's done any more dolls. She has done like resin casts and sculptures, and she is called Mother of Monsters. She's on Etsy. And let me get him out of his little cradle. But this little guy and his little hands, he is a cuddle body, which means he is, if I can show through by his leg, he is a cloth body. He does have hands, and he does have his head sculpted. He is not a vinyl doll. I will say that right now. He is not vinyl. He is a mix of resin and clay, like baked clay, so he is very hard. But he is just so cute. This is Officer, and I forgot the mermaid. The mermaid, I forget what kit this was. I believe this one's still an option. She was a 19-20 inch kit. She's the one with the cloth body. She does not come with a belly plate. And I don't think she has any belly plates optional for this sculpt. But this is Azrae. I forgot to mention her name. Yes, that's Azrae. This one is Officer, because he made me think of like a little dragon baby, so he had to have like a little dragon name. And his blanket is this one. It's got these little stars on it. Some of them kind of have like their own clothes, like the mermaid. She has her own clothes that she does not share. She also currently is my only girl in my collection, so most of her clothes do get to share. I do have a doll that is kind of flip-floppy on whether it's a boy or a girl. For reasons of that one is specific for a certain character of mine for my cosplaying. And that's what got me into these. I got Carrie's for one of my cosplays, and then I have two that are specific to one character, and they are actually, that's where we're going next. So the first of the two. Okay. Sorry, I had to pause it real quick. But back to what I was saying. The next one. This is one specific to my Titania Queen of Fairies cosplay. He is one of her sons, who is a bit of a strange character because he just within the realm of fairy kind of thing. He's different. So he has a mix of different clothes, and I tried to be more gender neutral with him because he does flip-flop a little bit. But this is where my painting skills started getting better. So this is him, and he's not as aggressively red in places. Some places in his creases I got a little heavy with the paint. But his eyes, I don't like his eyes. I'm going to get him more natural, human-like eyes. Some places his veining, I don't know if you can see that. That's actually like two in your face. It's two on the surface. He does have some in his forehead that might not show up on camera, but they're there, I promise. They're more subtle. They're what they need to be. He was from Bountiful Baby, and I can't for the life of me remember what kit he was. All their paperwork is put away at the moment, so I can't even tell you what. I can't even look at the kit. But he has the teddy joints in his arms. Thank goodness, because I move their arms a lot. He's going to have some modifications done to him. His ears actually need to be pointed, because like I said, this is supposed to be a fairy baby. So he needs his ears. I'm probably going to actually do something a little bit different that doesn't permanently mark the kit, so that he doesn't have to just be a fairy baby. But he's actually pretty light, and he can kind of sit up on his own. He is probably the least realistically weighted out of all my dolls, because when I made him, I was actually running low on supplies, so I kind of stuffed him and just put him together. I'm going to go back and weight him more properly once I get more supplies. But this is, his name's Ivanest, which I know is a mouthful, but I call him Ivy for short, which with a fairy, Ivy can be a boy or a girl name, so that's why I can kind of get away with him being either. Right now, obviously, it's a him, so he's going to be a little boy for me right now. And his blanket is this blanket right here. Something just real pretty. And then next is his older brother, which is my favorite. He's the one who goes on outings with me, which I'm probably crazy, but you know, he's in my car seat over here. First I'll go ahead and show the blanket because I have to take it off of him. He's all snuggled in. And this is his blanket. This one is one that I have actually had to repaint because I messed him up. I was trying to do hair on him and I completely messed up and I panicked and I almost messed up my kit and I was actually like almost in tears because I love this kit. If I can get him out of his car seat. He's all strapped in. Okay. So he actually has full limbs, and he is like heavy, heavy boy. So this is him. He's also from Bountiful Baby. He is the 3-month Joseph kit, not the awake one, obviously. He is bald because, like I said, I tried to do hair and I messed up. So I actually had to repaint his entire head and redo all of his veining. And that was a nightmare. I was like panicking when that happened because this is my little man. He is so heavy. To weight him properly, I actually had to go get a bag of decorative rocks from Dollar Tree, and that is in his torso. It's like right, I think it's like right in here right now, right there. He has full limbs and everything. I do wish I would have been able to get him the cloth body that Bountiful Baby has that has the teddy joints for full limb dolls. However, because of budgetary issues, I was not able to. So he just has your standard cloth body. He's in winter gear right now because it's still kind of cold here. He's still dressed from our last outing, so he still has his scratch mittens on, and he is, like I said, he is my most realistic. He's so chubby. I love him. But this is my boy. The next in my kits is a little girl who is still going through a lot of alterations, and I'll go ahead and show her because she is going through a process. Hold on a moment. Okay. So, people are going to see this and be horrified a little bit. So, this was a doll that I got, again, from Bountiful Baby. I believe she was one of the ethnic kits. Because at first, when I bought her, I thought I was going to do an African-American baby. So I didn't see a lot of dark-skinned babies, and I really wanted to make one and try my hand at it. And once I got her, and I started playing around with her, about that time, I was, like, in a mood to make another monster baby. And so I completely changed it and completely changed the color of the kit. I want to be very clear, this is not anything to do with an African American baby anymore. I completely scrapped that idea for now. Instead, I decided to go through and try and make like a little orc baby, or like a half orc, because Lord of the Rings is my life, although she has features on her that are not Lord of the Rings orcs, but she needed something extra. So this is her, and like I said, she's going through a process. I'm actually going to cast her body in silicone if possible. If not, I'm playing around a little bit. I did do her ears, and I gave her these little horns, and I'm trying to sculpt out the body. I'm still working on that. I did have some pieces that were like swirly on her belly, but they weren't like stuck to the clay, so they kind of popped right back off. But I literally went in and wrapped her body in plastic and then put duct tape over the plastic and then started sculpting on top of that. I don't know where this is going to go. Before this, she was like, I made her almost like a little shadow type baby. So she was like literally like Peter Pan's shadow. Think like Peter Pan's shadow. Just like straight, dark. I will go back eventually with a different kit and try to make an African American doll. I just got inspired to try something else. And she's still really pretty. She's actually got more normal eyes. She's got some green eyes. But she's got some green human-like eyes, and those I really like, and that's kind of what made me like realize I really wanted human eyes for my other two. And she does have a few things because, like I said, I did have her finish and then I changed my mind. So she has some clothes that are put away at the moment, but she also has this gorgeous little bunny blanket. Like, her thing is gonna be bunnies. So that's gonna be adorable when she's finished, but she still has a long way to go. And then the last doll that I currently have is one that is on my Etsy shop, LoreleiLullabys, and she is, I'm selling her at $150 because she has a lot going on. She is the Bella kit from Bountiful Baby, and I believe she's preemie sized. Hold on a second, I think she is, I don't remember exactly, I don't have her paperwork in front of me. She's about 18 inches, I think. I'd have to double check on the website. But she is a cute little girl. I do have a few final touches I'm going to be putting on her soon because I finally got the stuff to do those. But this is little baby Bella. She's a little redhead. She's got her little eyebrows. I do need to gloss her lips, but that'll be done before she goes home. She's just a tiny little girl. She has teddy joints and 3/4 limbs. And she, like you can see, she's tiny. She's little. She's actually going to go home with like a little thing of goodies. There's some clothes, there's some accessory type stuff. There is some toys. You can see the baby bottle sticking out. I'm actually going to go in, if I haven't already, I haven't. I'm going to go in and I'm going to open her mouth like, let me grab my big boy, who I didn't introduce him by name, actually, but this is Eldritch. He does not come, I had to hold him with both hands. I opened his mouth so that he can take pacifier. Let me grab his pacifier and show you. He can take a full pacifier, and he can take like the newborn bottles. But like, this is the pacifier that he has, and if I can, and he just takes it. And she's gonna be able to do that too. I believe 3 of my babies do. He can, Ivy can, and then the Orc baby can take pacifiers out of my collection. The little girl that I am selling, little Bella, will be able to as well. And I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with these shoulders a little bit, because it's kind of weird to me. She looks like she's a football player, but I'll figure that out. I mean, she's going to be perfect when she goes home. I'm going to make sure of that. She is pinkier than the other babies. I made a really pinky, really like, pinky red tone kind of skin. And then, of course, she has the red hair. And this, like, I'm so happy with how her hair came out. Because I did her hair after I did Eldritch's, and his came out horrible. Like, I had to completely I had to clean off the vinyl and repaint it sort of bad. Hers came out perfect. She's gonna have her nails all done, and she's ready to go home. So I'm still waiting to hear. I have a lot of people who have been favoriting her, but she has not yet had anyone contact me to be her forever home, so she can go home to her forever mommy. So eventually she will get that. As to why I have the reborns, it's a little more complicated. It did start out because of the fairy one, the elf one, and it kind of just spiraled. Various different reasons for every different doll. It's just too complicated to get into. But I do sometimes take them out. I have a box back here that's like a big storage box full of like their clothes, their diapers, And then I have 2 drawers that hold their bottles, their pacifiers, and their, like, I have a lot of pacifiers. I have more girl pacifiers. Like, I just picked 3, and I have more girl pacifiers than I do boy, and I have more boys. So I don't know what happens. I don't know. I think I keep buying pacifiers thinking that I'm gonna get a little girl, and I only have 2 little girls. But it happens. I do have a stroller, but it's downstairs, and I don't really want to go downstairs and lug it up here. I have this main basket contraption behind me. That is their main cradle, and also, if you notice, I have this right here. This is not structural for support, actually. This is gonna be, I'm gonna put wheels on this, and this is gonna be the handle to push this like a stroller. I have a little canopy right here set up, and it has a little parasol hanging off of it. And our alpaca here, sometimes I stage the babies on top of him, but that's really all about my kids. I have like 1 toy that I bought my own dolls. I don't really do toys with them. I honestly have only recently started doing bottles. I don't have any fake formula made. I'm still working on that. What else? I can't think of really anything else. If anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to shoot your questions down below in the comments. That's about it. That is it. Anyone who watches my TikToks, which I don't know why you watch my TikToks, they're a dumpster fire, but you know, you will see this big guy probably a lot. It's like I said, he and little brother here are, for my Titania, they're her sons, and she features a little bit more prominently on my TikTok and in person. These 2 are going to go out with me to the Renaissance Fair, which is why I need the stroller working, because he is heavy, very heavy. I've actually accidentally loosened the ties to one of his arms, and the arm came off, and that was horrifying. I may make more videos later about staging them, and I don't think I will do outing videos, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like anxious enough when I take these guys into public in like a normal setting, so I probably will not be bringing more attention to myself with a camera. But I may do more videos of me doing painting. Like I said, I got 2 that need to be repainted. I've got the girl that I'm working on. I do have some projects in mind for these dolls that I cannot sell, and I can't really, like, I can't use for like a bunch of pictures or anything. It's literally just for me, for snuggles, for last, just for my room, essentially, for my own personal purposes. I do want to make some silicone versions of some of these dolls, and like I said, because of the law, I don't own the rights to these sculpts. I cannot legally make a silicone baby out of any of these sculpts and sell them or use them. And like if I were to do that, if I did like the little photo shoots that a lot of people do for reborns, I can't do those with silicone dolls that I make from these sculpts. I don't have permission to do that kind of thing. Like if it's a public thing, you cannot do that. It's literally just because I would like for myself just to have silicone versions of a couple of these, especially the mermaid, because I do mermaid tails in real life and I would like her to be able to go in the water with me, but she's cloth body, so that's not gonna work. I'm not really going to document much of the process on that because I mean, my mom's an attorney, so I do want to stay, like, I know enough about the law. I know where I need to stay, like what kind of laws I need to be mindful of. I'm probably not going to show the process of me making the silicone versions of some of these dolls. Anything like that has to do with sculpting or customizing a doll, I might, like, I'll probably show that. As for maybe the process, because she's going to be a silicone doll, I don't know, because of me altering her, if that counts as being okay to at least like show her, like kind of like display her as a silicone casting of her once I'm finished altering her. I don't know if that is still illegal. I'm gonna do some research, but for now we're gonna assume that I can't. And if something changes, of course I'll let you guys know. That is all for now. I am going to go snuggle my big boy. I do have some stuff to go and work on a couple of these because I forgot just how light he is. And I'm not a strong person. I shouldn't be able to hold a baby with one hand. That's gonna get fixed like today. I can't do that. But that's all for now. I will do updates whenever these guys, oh my goodness, go to the Renaissance Fair, and them being with their mamas. Just kind of, I might do some reactions there. That might be something I would do, because I'm a totally different person at the Renaissance Fair. But for now, that's all. I'm hoping that the next doll I get is going to be a child. We will see. I actually, the reason we're so close right now is because my room is trashed in preparing for the Renaissance Fair. And so I literally like have a stool right in front of me. Normally you would be able to see my floor in the camera, but it's a wreck right now. So I don't really have the space to bring a child reborn into my house. So that's another problem. But yeah, if anyone is interested in little Bella, then please let me know. Comment or shoot over to my Etsy, LoreleiLullabys. If you can't find her under that, she's in this outfit in her pictures. I have her tagged under like alternative reborns. I don't know if she's under fantasy reborns. Alternative reborns may be the best tag, like the best search to use to find her. She might be all the way at the bottom, but she's there, I promise. But she is still for sale as of February 23rd, 2019. And she is still, up for grabs. So, that is all I had to share with you guys today. I hope everyone has a really wonderful day. And I will chat with you guys soon. Bye!